Well, tomorrow is the 96th running of the Indianapolis 500, and I am in a place that, well, I never thought I would be. I am in the flag stand of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and well, my seats tomorrow will be in turn 3, but today I was fortunate enough to come up here and sort of explain, well, what Kansas is. The name of my book is Finding Kansas, and in my book, Kansas really isn't a state. It's a sort of like a metaphor, because I say if you're paralyzed in every state except Kansas, where would you want to live? Well, since then I've learned that each person on the autism spectrum has his or her Kansas. But for me, Kansas was really born when I was about 7. You see, the grounds I'm on, the stand I'm in, this speedway, always meant a lot to me. And, well, to be honest, growing up, the drivers really weren't my favorite. My favorite person of the whole race was Mr. Dwayne Sweeney, who, well, this stand was built in 2000, but the old flag stand, he was the flagman for the race from 1980 to 1997, and I would watch the race over and over and over to watch him give the twin greens and the twin checkers, and it was just unbelievable. Just such beauty in those waves. Well, he was my hero, and I wanted his autograph. Well, my dad had a church about 3 or 4 miles from here, and there was a member of the church that worked at USAC, which was the sanctioning body at the time of the Indy 500. So he asked her, hey, could you maybe get his autograph? My son, he's his biggest fan. So one morning she called my dad over and said, hey, I got his photo, but I got one more thing. She left the room, came back, and then she presented my dad with this. This was his checkered flag. He was going to use it in the 1990 Indy 500, which Ari Leindyke would have won. And since then, I've had winners and other figures of the Speedway sign. I've had Buddy Lazier, Ari Leindyke, AJ Foyt, Bobby Unser, Tony George and Donald Davidson, and Johnny Rutherford sign it, and got Juan Montoya. So from him giving me that flag, that really, ever since then, I've wanted to, well, flag waving's just been in my blood. And well, when he gave me this flag, he missigned it. He signed my name wrong. So in 1997, we came to the Speedway for qualifying, and that was his final year. So I caught up with him in the infield one day, and he signed my flag right. And that was the first time I met him, and first time I really was able to thank him. And at that point in time, I let him know that I was starting to flag a go-kart club in St. Louis, and he said, great job, keep it up. If you just keep waving those flags, who knows where you'll end up. And well, maybe someday I'll never end up here on race day, but just standing up here, wow. And I wanted to take this time to really thank Mr. Dwayne Sweeney. His last race was in 97, and he passed away in 2004, but well, who knows? My Kansas might have been something else, and since then I've flagged 2 National Racing Series now, and last night got to be the assistant at the Hoosier 100 Silver Crown race again. So wow, what a journey, what an amazing thing. And it all started when Mr. Dwayne Sweeney gave me this flag, for which I will be forever grateful.